Hi everyone, as I stated before, I am reading only romance books in February, and I'm here with the last 5 that I read and with my ratings and letting you know if I think you'd enjoy them. Okay, let's get into it. So we're going to be starting with the book Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. Heavy, contented, wrung out sigh. I mean, that book. I give this book 5 stars. It's truly lovely, it's truly beautiful, it's all the things. Since my decision to only read romances in February, I found that a big theme is like characters making choices that are kind of odd and involve miscommunications and all that. And I just loved this book because it didn't do any of that. I'm going to be using this new palette that I just got from Ipsy by Ace Beauté because it's called Mystic Romance. And I thought it looked romancy. I really could understand all the character motivations in this book, and it all made sense. I don't like all of the decisions that all the characters made, if you know, you know, but I get them. I cried so hard, but it was like a beautiful cry. Does that make sense? Like, yeah. Lou, she has my whole heart, and I want the world for her. I want everything for her. I just want to embrace her. This is not as pigmented as it looked on first inspection. I'm really having to build here. So I would say no if you're looking for something light and happy, but yes if you want a beautiful story of 2 people truly connecting, and if you want a really beautiful cry. The next book is Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. I give this one 4.5 stars. If Me Before You made me cry in a beautiful way, this one made me ugly cry, but in a good way. This is a second chance romance novel. Josiah and Yasmin were married, but they miscarry their 3rd baby, and it kind of breaks them and destroys their marriage. So it is about them like finding their way back to each other, but it also is so lovely about grief and trauma and tragedy and healing and therapy and all the things that come along with that. What I really liked about it was the parent-child relationships and how they were portrayed in this. It was really actually lovely, and I almost loved Yasmin's relationship with her teenage children, or at least her teenage daughter and her son, almost as much as I loved her relationship with Josiah. I mean, just really beautifully done. There were some things about the book that bothered me about the plot and some of the characters, but overall, I highly recommend this book. It was very lovely. The next book is Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. How adorable is this book? I mean, like Before I Let Go, it was really refreshing to have an FMC that's actually an adult, that does not have low self-esteem, and that has actually had a life prior to the events of the book. It was also really refreshing to read an MMC that had his own issues. Jacob is a nerdy boy with massive anxiety that will just sweep you away and make you want to cuddle him. I deducted a 1/2 star because this book takes the "oh my god, please communicate" frustration a little bit far for me, but overall it's a huge yes. It's still a beautiful story, and oh my god, he writes her letters. Ugh. Like #Darcy. So again, no if the miscommunication trope drives you too nuts, or if someone else's anxiety gives you anxiety, but overall, yes, yes, yes. Next is Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. So many chef's kisses. Mwah! What a lovely, beautiful story. This is a childhood friend's second chance romance, which I didn't know that I would be a fan of, but man, am I a fan of it now. I was worried that the flashbacks of them as young teens would feel like icky, but it was just so good. It was so real and nice and lovely. I fell so hard for Elliot right along with Macy. I don't see how you could not. I mean, this is a guy that wants to know everything about you and then cuddle up next to you and read. I'm giving this book 4.8 stars. So close to perfect, but once the whole truth came out about everything, I kind of still was skeptical about her decision to push him away for all that time, so that was the only thing I deducted for. But otherwise, it's a very, very hard yes. Ooh, look at this. Look at this Araceli color block. That's kind of fun. And lastly, I read the Cruel Prince series, well, almost all of it. Cruel Prince, Wicked King, Lost Sisters. I just haven't read the last one yet. And that's by Holly Black. This one kind of feels like a cheat because it's not really Although it's romantasy, it feels very different from the other books I read. Okay, so I was very skeptical when I started the series. There are things about it that definitely at least took me right out of it, which was weird. I mean, the fairy world that's being built has all these like old-fashioned fantasy vibes with the gowns and the way that they are, and even the way they talk, it has like kind of an old-fashionedness quality to it. And yet, like the last scene of the book has the FMC shopping for skinny jeans in Target. So it just kind of felt like a little strange. And the Jersey girl in me that loves them all was like kind of okay with that, but it is definitely like something to get used to. That being said, if you want like a true enemies to lovers story, i.e. not one where the guy has like secretly been in love with her the whole time, this might be your man. It's YA, so it's hella angsty, it's fraught with drama. The MMC is your quintessential emo guy, like just perfect. I'll give this series as a whole between 3.5 and 4 stars. I would say if you liked Ekatar, Fourth Wing, if you're into that kind of thing, you'd probably like this. So yes, but just know that it has less actual spice, if that matters to you. I would also say yes, if you've never read a romantasy before, again, I think this might be a good gateway, especially if you're the kind of person that doesn't like a lot of graphic spice. But no, if you want something with more romance and spice than politics, because this book has a lot of politics. Okay, and this is the look. If you have any other romance novels you want me to read, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.